All right, guys, Sarah Picaro. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than my other ones. I was recently found out about this book. It's E Squared, and it's 9 do-it-yourself experiments that prove that your thoughts create your reality. And if you have followed me for any length of time, you know a little bit about my story, my history. I have been in a series of emotionally unavailable and emotionally abusive relationships with narcissists. And thank goodness, no longer am. Got out. Have done, and then continuing to do my own inner work to heal. And I absolutely become fascinated by all this stuff. But if you're anything like me, you are, or maybe were, still are, not sure where you are in that, very, very skeptical of all of this change work and how can you prove it to be true. So this book is incredible. And I love this, the 9 do-it-yourself energy experiments, because energy does have power, right? And it's E squared because this experiment I'm going to show you today is experiment number 3, is based on, it's called the Albert Einstein principle. And he's the one that came up with that formula, E equals MC squared, and I have no idea what it means. But this experiment does prove the power of our thoughts and the energy that we emit. And it is profound in the way that you can change your life, or at least check in and see where you're at. So I just wanted to share this experiment with you. Experiment number 1 and 2, I have done. I'm now on experiment number 3, and was mind blown when I did experiment number 3. So I'm going to share it with you guys today, and I recommend that you run out and get this book right now. I know she has E cubed and a number of other books, so you better believe I will be getting those after I'm done with all the experiments in this one. And this is just my little bookmark, my little Robert Kiyosaki affirmation. So Albert Einstein principle. What it basically says, right, is that we have an energy field around us, and our thoughts create our energy. And so many of us, when we've been in emotionally abusive, emotionally unavailable, toxic relationships, have a closed off energy field around us, a very negative, limiting energy field around us. And then we don't understand why we get stuck in these thoughts and why we get stuck in these feelings of sadness, depression, anxiety, overwhelm, not good enough, all of those things. And this experiment will just prove to you that that is impacting and affecting you, and that your thoughts have profound impact on the way that your life is being lived or not being lived, just being wasted. So for this experiment, you are asked to get 2 wire hangers. These used to be wire hangers, and then I just untwisted them and created these little antenna-like devices. And then what I did is I bent it but here, and then it says go get a plastic straw. I just have paper straws for this, and just put it here and make a little hook at the bottom so if they do slide down. So this is basically just so it has like swivel-like properties. And for this experiment, it's going to show you the power of your thoughts. Negative thoughts, positive thoughts. So what you want to do is you want to like create 2 of these little antenna things. And I'm going to get a little bit close here. So you're just going to stand. I want you to watch my hands, because during this experiment, my hands are not moving, but the antennas will be moving. So you just want to get to a place where you stand still and you're looking in front of you so that these antennas stop moving or stay still for a moment. And then in your mind, you're going to think of a negative thought. There it goes. I'm not moving my hands, but when I think of this negative thought, and I can even do it because we can talk while we're thinking about other things. Yes, you guessed it, thinking about the narcissist, ex-narcissist, and these wire things have crossed. So they've crossed in front of me. They're representing that my thoughts, my mind, and my energy is closed off. And so let me show you this. Let me just keep my hands where they're at and think about something positive. I'm going to do that while I'm looking ahead and think about something positive. I think about this thought all the time. And watch what's happening to the wire hangers. As I think these positive thoughts, they open up. And I hope you're watching my hands. I'm not doing this intentionally. This is a science experiment. It is an experiment to prove the energy of your thoughts. Now that my thoughts are positive, my energy is opening up, is expanding, is radiating out to potential, to possibility, to this becoming a reality for me, and I know it will because I manifest this stuff all the time. And I used to be this totally woo-woo, all that stuff is garbage, it's crap, it sells self-help courses kind of person. And so that's why I'm loving these experiments in this book. So let me go back to thinking about something negative from my past. Yeah, there they go. And I've done this several times now, and every time it does take, a different length of time to move. Yeah, there they go, coming together, crossing, indicating that my energy is closed off, negative. So now one more time, I'm going to think about something positive. And there they go, opening up, expanding. And I don't know if you follow like Joe Dispenza or anyone who talks about like quantum field of energy, all of this stuff, and he's very into the science behind it. This is such an easy, quick, fun science experiment. At first, I'm like, this is crazy. What am I doing? I'm getting wire hangers and I'm making this little antenna things. But I almost like threw them down. The first time it worked, I was like, oh my gosh, this is insane. So I'm making this video to share with you, to prove with you, it's not insane. Your thoughts do carry an energetic charge, a negative charge or positive charge, and they do create your reality. So if the reality you're living in is not one you want to continue to live in, right? Our thoughts have the power to change this, but our thoughts are most profoundly changed at the unconscious level. So consciously we can think a thought, and I just demonstrated that in this experiment. I was consciously thinking about something negative and then something positive, and you get the idea. But to remove those inner blocks, to heal those inner wounds that keep you stuck or locked in those negative thoughts that are causing you anxiety, depression, or symptoms or signs of anxiety, depression, feeling lack of motivation, feeling like you're not good enough, always like if you have that inner voice in your head that is so critical and so negative and so judgmental, and that inner voice like beats you up constantly, even if you have people in your circle or in your world who are telling you, what do you mean? You're amazing, you're this, you're that. I don't see that, I see this. And you're going, yeah, right, if they only knew. And your inner thoughts are creating your reality and your energy, regardless of how many people tell you how incredible, wonderful, and amazing you are, or how many affirmations you write on your wall. If you really, really, I mean, inwardly don't truly believe that, you can see, and this is just like you said, to do it yourself a science experiment to show the impact that has on you. You're going to be closed off, so restricted, so constrained when it comes to everything in your life. And there really isn't a fake it till you make it, because you can't fake your unconscious mind. You can't fake that. You can smile and pretend, but what's really going on internally is going to be a resistance to what's happening externally. So if you are looking for profound change at the unconscious level to completely just change every area of your life, I would love to connect with you and talk to you about doing the inner work to heal at the unconscious level so that everything in your life can change. But until then, I cannot recommend this book enough. Pam Grout's E Squared, the fun science experiments that prove your thoughts create your reality. This is experiment number 3 with these fun little hanger things. This is fun. And it's just crazy. It's like almost like that Ouija board. Did you ever do that when you were a kid? That used to freak me out. Then I still haven't returned it up, but I've returned to this and just wanted to share it with you guys. Like I said, you can always find out more information if you are interested in taking that deep dive into your unconscious to remove those inner blocks that are causing you to be constricted, restricted, closed off to the things that you want, need, and deserve in your life. I'd love to connect with you. Until then, have some fun with these experiments. Okay, guys? All right, that's all for today. Take care.